going on YouTube? My name's James and this is Driveway Life. So I just picked up this Kia for £500 and I thought it is the best car to do a video on when you're buying a car. So today we're going to go through some of the things that you should look for when you're buying a car. I sold a car yesterday to a car trader and he had no idea what to check. It was a Q7, it had air suspension, didn't check it. Any of the electric windows, didn't check it. He didn't check hardly anything on the car, didn't really have a clue what it was doing. And it dawned on me, there's a lot of people out there that want to go and buy cars from the private market, but don't know what they're going to be picking up, don't know what they're going to get. If you buy from a dealer, obviously you get warranty, you get protection. But when you're buying privately, what do you get? I bought this for £500. It's 100,000 miles on it. It's a diesel, it's a Kia Rio. We'll cut some cinematics and then I'll catch you back after that. Let's get it. So let's break this down into areas. So under the bonnet, you want to check the oil. So on the service book, you want to see when the oil was last changed, and then you also want to see how much the oil level, it's on the oil level, because that could show that it's burning oil. If it was changed, the oil was changed 1,000 miles ago, and the oil level's already low, then is the car burning oil? That's something that you might have an issue with. Your coolant, check your coolant level. Make sure that so this coolant tank's quite dark, so I'm gonna have to check the coolant and make sure that it is nice and red in there. You can check the level, that's good. Screen wash is screen wash. However, if you can take the covers off, on these they're bolted down, but if you can get the covers off, lift the covers up and have a look for any oil leaks. You're gonna see any residual oil running down. You don't wanna see that. So have a look, making sure that there's no oil anywhere along. If the car's been sitting for a while, we ask them how long it sat there. If they're using it every day, obviously maybe not. But if it's always parked in the same place on their driveway, have a look around on the driveway. Is there spots of oil? Shows that the car is leaking oil, it has an oil leak. Again, that should flag on the MOT. If you've got the service book, you can check when the air filter was last changed. Have a look at the battery. If the battery's got all white marks and all like white grease from being jump started, it shows it's not a great battery. So that's what you want to check under the engine. And obviously you want to start the car up and listen to it run. Obviously cars run different, but you're going to see if the car's shaking, if it's juddering. When you start the car up as well, you want to have a look around the back at the exhaust and make sure that it's not excessively smoking. So you're going to look for, if it's a diesel and it's a bit of black smoke, normal to be fair, but if it's blue, white, then obviously potentially walk away from the car or ask the owner if they know of any issues with the car, get a discount if you're interested. But always check that oil cap for mayonnaise. Always check your coolant for mayonnaise. And if you suspect any of these things, you can start the car, take the cover off of the coolant, and you'll see bubbles coming up if you've got a head gasket failure 9 times out of 10. So that's another way to have a quick look at that. Let's go to check somewhere else. So trying to get the best deal obviously is what you're after. So going around the panel, if you've got a bottle of water with you, you can wet a cloth and just wipe the scratch. If the scratch disappears, 9 times out of 10 you can polish that out. If the scratch doesn't disappear, that scratch is not going to be polished out. You're going to have to repaint it. I mean, there's certain cars like this one, you're going to have marks and scratches, but we're going to see how much of those we can get out on another video. So next thing you want to check, you've checked your engine, is your suspension, wheels, tires, bodywork. As I say, bodywork is something, it's about £150 a panel to respray any panel. But if something's cracked or broken, bear in mind that buying a second-hand part is still going to be expensive. You have to have it painted, you have to have it fitted, so you can put at least £200–300 to replace a bumper, have it painted and put on perfectly. Same with a door, and it depends on the model. Some cars are easier to get parts for, Fiestas, tons and tons of parts everywhere, so nice and easy to get hold of bits. So tires, when you're checking your tires, you need to make sure that you're not just checking the front, that you're checking the middle and the back, making sure that there's no lumps. If the car's sat for a while, has it got flat spots, you want to check the edge of it. Let's see if we can find any. So yeah, these are not cracking, but you want to have a look on the outside edge to see if there's any cracks, because that will cost you money to replace those. Really hard to check brake discs and pads on a car without alloys. But again, go back to your MOT certificate, you'll go through, and on the previous MOTs you'll see advisories. So let's cut to that now and have a little look. So I brought the MOT history up for the Kia. So it's got MOT until, I've just gone onto the government website, MOT history, put in the registration. It's got MOT until the 4th of February. Last MOT was a clean MOT, and then going down had a brake light out and a track rod end with excessive play. So we know that there's been a track rod end done on this car in the 3rd of February. What else can we see? A wheel bearing, that's been done in 2019. Tyre was changed. Front tyres, so that's 2 front tyres been done in 2018. So as you can see, you can kind of get a picture of the car's past, anything that's been changed, anything that they don't have. 9 times out of 10 garage don't put a service receipt, and people don't keep the service receipts. You can see what's been changed on there, so that is really useful. Top tip to go on government website. So you've checked the engine, you've checked the oil, there's no mayonnaise, you've checked the tyres, you've checked the suspension where you can see under to make sure nothing's cracked, nothing's broken. You've already checked the MOT history before you came out, so you know what you're kind of getting, how much MOT's left on the car, what were the last advisories. So now you're going to be looking to test drive the car, start the car. So obviously you want to turn the key, and the first thing that you want to look for, if it's a diesel, make sure you turn off the glow plug. Wait till the glow plug light to go out. Now how's that running? So obviously the rev counter, it's not bouncing around, it's just sitting nice, it's idling smooth. On the Kias they've got the temperature light, so it lets you know when the car is up to temperature. Then when you go round to the back of the car, you don't have loads of smoke coming out, it's not black, it's not... Obviously we've just started the car, so you can't rev it crazy, but I mean you can give it a little and you can just see that it's not smoking. Really good sign. Another thing you want to check when you're buying older cars is just checking how all the dials go up. Everything is working. Perfect. Another thing that you have to check, electric windows if it has them. Check every switch, like go around, make sure your lights work, your stereo, your CD player, because this is all things that you're gonna have to replace. Is your aircon regas, £65 to regas your aircon. So does it work? How strong's the fan? To change your fan motor, again, another £50–60. So these small things add up. Then you're going to turn the steering wheel. You hear any knocks, it's pretty good. So, clutch, the biggest one. Obviously on a car that's done 100,000 miles, you want to be pushing that clutch pedal and then making sure that it returns up. So when your foot goes down, let me get a camera in there. When your foot goes down to the floor, does the pedal follow you all the way back up straight away? Like it's not getting stuck on the floor, straight up. That's the first check. Then obviously put it into first gear and then really slowly start to let up off that the clutch, like, and you can see the car's moving forward, and you can see it. It's hard to show, but that I'm barely an inch off and the car's going forward, not even touching the accelerator. So obviously that's showing that that's engaged, and then going back, there's no juddering, there's no issue, and I've barely got my foot off, nice and engaged. So there we have it. In the next video I will be doing how to tidy up your used car so you can maximize the profit from it. What have we taken away from today? Run a HPI check first. Go on the government website and check that the MOT history is all correct, and see what's been done and what advisories are still outstanding. Get a quote from your garage as well. If there's loads of advisories on the MOT, get a quote from your garage. When you go and see the car, let them know that you want to get the advisories done. The garage is going to charge you £200 for it. Is there any negotiation on the price because you have to take it away and spend money on it? Checking for mayonnaise in the coolant. We all know that one now. So that is making sure that the head gasket hasn't blown or it hasn't got any oil leaks. When you start the car, making sure that it idles nice, smooth. When you're pumping the clutch pedal comes straight back up. You know, these are all little things that you need to check. Checking your tyres, not just the outer edge, all the way around. Having a look under the car. Check every switch. You're there to view a car they want to sell their car. You want to buy the car. Check every switch. Make sure that the windscreen washers work with strong current, because that's going to cost you money to do that. Everything is going to cost you money that you don't check, and that's a pretty much guaranteed thing to happen. The one thing you don't check is the one thing you got to replace. £500 car, it doesn't really matter. But if you're spending £2,000, and even if you've only got £500 but you need a car, check it, because you're just going to have to spend the money. So buy the right one. Buy first time. I know people that have bought cars for £2,000 and sold them 3 weeks later for £1,600 because they bought it and there was so many issues. Have to be vigilant. If you are looking at buying a new car and you live locally to Bournemouth, I'm more than happy to come along with you guys if you live locally. If you live a bit further away, send me a message and I will run the car, help check it out for you. All about helping each other out. That's what the channel's about. Driveway life, working on your own cars. So in the next video, we're going to start detailing it. I'm only going to use equipment that you would have at your house, so that if you were selling your car, you could do the exact same thing that I am to maximize the quality and maximize the profit. That's not profit, it's your car. The return that you got from your original investment. If you have any questions about buying cars, do not hesitate to pop a comment down below, I will get back to you straight away. Or you can go over to my Instagram, driveway_life, send me a DM, I'll get back to you. Send me the registration or a link of a car that you're looking at, and I can help you out, give you my opinion, let you know what's cracking. Thanks again for watching. If you've got this far, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you real soon with Little Kia Rio.